Yes.
Yes, hello.
Hey guys,
Wonderful.
welcome to Soultiful.
Yes, yes. I am Latoya.
I'm Nakia.
I'm Janet.
I'm Toya.
And we have the lovely Miss Melissa.
Hello.
We love to call her Melly.
Yes.
Melly. Y'all, if
Y'all know I'm excited.
if y'all have watched any show, y'all have seen her in the comments. Like she is always here and with us. So we are so excited to finally have her on the show.
I'm excited too. I have been trying to get on here, so I'm glad to be with you all.
So happy to have you.
Toy, don't get mad. But can I just say, I don't know. I feel so good being here today. I'm so grateful to be amongst the sister and I've done a couple of streams, the last few days. But it's like I'm home.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Awesome. So you know how we do. Let's start with what we're working on. Yes. I am working on. I have homework. We've been doing some coaching. We've got an awesome coach. Her name is Haley, and she has been cracking the whip. Okay, so I've been trying to catch up with the homework because I missed my coaching session with her yesterday. Had to go to the doctor, but honey, she plays no games. Invest in some coaching for yourself. I'm just saying.
Yes, I as well have been working on my homework from Haley and dealing with an issue at my full-time job. But Haley's homework is definitely keeping me busy.
Nice.
I have been, I'm getting good at these creating slides for presentations. I'm starting to like this thing. So once again, I'm doing another, I'm working with a teacher. That's one of my clients. And each week she teaches 2 class. So I get to put together the slides for the class. And, I'm having fun because I keep thinking about, when you was in school and you'd be like, oh, them boring slides. My slides are not boring at all. They have color and picture, and sometimes you tell me, can you hold down a bit? So anyway, so I'm creating presentation slides as well as playing catch up. And that's about it.
I want to see some of them slides when you get a chance because that inspires me. So awesome. Fantastic.
Okay, sure.
Cool. Yo, so and StreamYard, which is the platform that we use, I have clients who want overlays and backgrounds and stuff set up, created. So I've been working on that. And then I did a podcast with StreamYard today. I was on Tech Talks and I talked about the tech that I use to create these live streams. So that was fun. Yes.
Very proud of you.
Awesome.
Thanks, because I was kind of scared to do it because, in all honesty, my setup is not as technical as a lot of the other StreamYard producers. So I'm glad that I did it because, I had to just get over myself because it was actually cool because they were able to see, wow, you can get a lot done with this minimal, amount of tech, So.
Absolutely. And that's an inspiration to people who want to get into it.
That's right.
You have to get started with a whole setup. And spend a whole lot of money. So don't discount, what you're doing at all, because that's awesome. Absolutely.
Melly.
Snatch.
Shoot. Okay, because I already told you we got to do our tutorials for StreamYard because we are virtual event producers.
Yes, we are.
Let's do it. I'm all about learning and, adding tech. And so, that is something, Toya, that's an inspiration that it doesn't take a whole lot, to get started. Just do it,
That's right.
Learn what you need to learn and then do it. So
I know that's right. Well, share with us what you're working on, honey.
Yes, sis.
Well, thank you. What am I working on? So I created some slides for a couple of clients. They're actually barter clients. So we are bartering services. One is a coach, and she is coaching me to wellness, because that is the space that I'm in right now, is self-care, wellness, being aware of me. So I'm going to help her with her social media, and she's going to help me with my processes and transformations to whom I know I can be. And then I have a speaker sheet that I created for another client. And so I'm waiting for her feedback on that. And then about to onboard a new client who is a referral. And so I'm excited about that. It's a new industry, not much that I know about, but I think it's going to help me write more. So I'm excited to start working with her and her business.
Nice. We're
Yes.
excited for you.
Yeah.
Wow, she just got it going on, y'all. She is doing it.
You know, we just have to, hey, sis, that's my
Yay.
sister-in-law.
Nice.
Thank you
Hey,
for everything. Yes. You know, you guys have helped so much. You know, you talked about Haley and you brought her to us in VASL. So, you know, I can say that, you know, mindset coaching works. You know, I told y'all that at first I was like, what is she talking about? You know, talk to yourself, you know, a year from now and what in the world? I was just like, okay, this woo-woo, but it really wasn't. I actually had to be in that space to sit and listen and then ponder and turn it around in my head. And then I got it. And so, you know, she has been a tremendous help, not just to you guys, but to me too. So I am so thankful for that, because, you know, she's helping us build these businesses, build the legacies that we want, and the life that we want. So big ups to you all for connecting with her and bringing her to us. So those of you in VSL, if you did not take advantage of it, I'm so sorry. But that was you, because it was definitely beneficial at any stage of business that you're in.
Totally agree. And with that being said, for y'all who are in the virtual assistant sister learning community on Facebook, we have one more session with mindset coach Haley this month. So you can get the link for that in the group.
Yep. Our last session.
And for those who do not know what we're talking about, we are all a part of a group on Facebook, Virtual Assistant Sister Learning, VASL. It is a awesome group. We are all about learning and helping each other grow. Definitely check us out if you'd like to be in there. We welcome everyone. Please answer the questions to get into the group.
Says the moderator.
Just saying. You probably won't get in if you don't answer those questions. I'm just saying. Answer questions. That's all. It ain't but 3. We don't ask anybody. It ain't but 3.
What kind of grammar is that, Toya? It ain't but 3.
It ain't but 3.
Lord.
I said what I said. It ain't but 3. Y'all know that Southern language. Y'all listen. Questions. That's all I'm saying. But
oh shoot.
Oh goodness. Okay, so as y'all can see, Melly is bomb.com/edu.org for this piece. So I'm so excited to read her bio, y'all, and get into this. Melissa Gardner is the founder and CEO of Administrative Concierge Services, LLC. Melissa partners with small business owners to help them fulfill their dreams of building a solid, successful business. She actually has helped us a lot. You just don't know. Melissa is the missing piece that business owners need to get a view from the outside, and she encourages conversation so you can get to know the particular needs and goals of a business, and then helps to spur growth and success. Snatched. Melissa leads with strategic thinking, followed by relationship building and executing. People tend to seek her out because her helpful insights makes them to think in new ways, and she is always ready to offer her knowledge, skills, ideas to make something better. Melissa specializes in virtual event productions, social media marketing, email marketing, content writing, graphic design, websites, and public relations. Melissa has managed programs for local, national, and international companies, large and small. With a natural ability to absorb information quickly, Melissa is an asset to any industry. She loves the challenge. She has saved businesses thousands of dollars, planned successful and sold out events, used technology to solve data and logistical problems, and created more streamlined and accurate processes. Um, Let me just say, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. I'm just Yes, I love me some Millie. Millie, welcome. So happy to have you here.
I am so happy to be here, y'all. Y'all know that. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. You know, we got tons of questions for you because you do so many things. And I'm excited because we are getting to work with you on some projects. We got a project going on right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, who wants to start? Who has their first question for Millie?
I do, I think. I saw that you have a Bachelor of Arts in Communications, and I want to know how does that play in your business?
Right, good question. I didn't go to school initially. So English and communications was something that I kind of fell into. But initially, I started at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, um, thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, but thinking I was going to do chemical engineering.
Mm.
Well, needless to say, that didn't work out. It did not at all. Then that's a whole story in itself. But I came home, went to University of Maryland doing journalism, but that was too narrow. And then I took off and just started working for a while, had my daughter, Gabrielle, and then I went back to school and I did accounting at Prince George's Community College, graduated there and transferred back to the University of Maryland, but this time University College, and did English because those are my gifts. I had to take a route that was a little twisty, windy, to kind of get back to the beginning. And doing English, writing, reading. I've been a reader since a child, since, I was maybe 5 years old, 6 years old. I remember going into the library at school and always, always, always bringing home books. So I just kind of, came back to what was me. And that was writing, communicating with others, and again, relationship building, being able to bring people together through either the spoken word or the written word. So that's also playing into my business for me personally, growing as a person and a business owner, and then also helping my clients speak to their target audiences, to write things that are in their voice, but can be communicated to the masses. So some people aren't able to communicate what's in their heads, so they could write it down, and I don't try to take it over and put it into my voice. I want you to clone me, so that I can hear you and start to understand you, and then put it into the format that you want to go out.
Nice.
As much as possible.
Love it. Love it. Snatched. I have a question. So, if I was just starting out my business, what's the very first piece of advice you would give me?
Ooh, good question. First, go to my website and get the startup business checklist. How about that?
Yes.
Because, and I say that only because I kept looking for the resources. Like I had to go step by step through it. So if you don't have to do all that and you have something that can tell you, okay, I need to get this, I need to get that, I need to get that, then that's at least something to guide you to those other steps, which is, whether or not what your requirements are, in your particular state, territory, country, or whatever, as far as your business is concerned. Just doing those light touches going through the form so that then you know what it is that you need to do. But starting out when it wasn't even a thought for me really. Initially, I was very, very corporate centered. So I hadn't even thought of really having my own business. It was actually a seed planted by my pastor. And so, that's what I did after that, was starting to look at entrepreneurship. What are people saying about it? Because I had no clue as to what that would mean for me. And so, I created that particular checklist just to kind of help other people get something to start out with. So that's really what I would say. Get my checklist. It does ask for your email. I'll do that caveat, but I don't send out a lot of emails for myself. I'm still, working that out, working out that wellness thing. But I do a lot for, other businesses. And that's good enough right now.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah. So what would be yours if I could ask, what was, your journey when you got started? Nakia?
Mine would be to find your tribe. I did not excel until I had like-minded people around me.
Mm-hmm.
Mine would probably be, do not trust your brain because it is going to sabotage you.
Say it again. Yeah.
It is going to sabotage you.
Just
and that's
do
something that I literally learned, through the coaching. And, our brains are wired to keep us safe, to keep us in a comfort zone. And every time I did something outside of my comfort zone, my whole makeup was like, no, we can't do that. That's too risky. No, we're not doing that. But in order to be successful, you got to take those risks. You got to step outside the box. And so that's my piece of advice.
Awesome. All right. We'll come back to Jenna. So for mine would be to find out what the foundation is that you need to start your business and get that established and go from there. Like you saw, just go. I then have some foundational pieces, like make sure you have a way to get paid online, set up that PayPal or whatever, just stuff like that. Make sure you have a contract and then go.
I would say let go of your inhibitions and embrace who you are. In addition to, you can't just be on social media, you have to be social media.
Oh, you better
again.
Yes.
What she said. You can't just put up pretty pictures like we say all the time. You actually have to be social, engage, and help people, share good stuff.
Yes. Let's take a second to acknowledge we have Mrs. Mama Dorch on here. She says, "Hey, ladies," and she also says, "You must know when to hold and when to fold."
That's right. Kenny Rogers said it best.
That's right.
Sing that song. Who can sing the song?
I can sing the song, but I won't sing the song.
You have to know when to hold, know when to fold, know when to walk away, know when to run.
Yay!
Listen, that was at my father's knee. Okay, my dad loved westerns, Kenny Rogers, all of that. So yeah.
That was beautiful. Thank you, sis. I needed to hear that.
Absolutely love that song. Y'all taking me back now.
Yes. So I had a question. And again, thank you for everyone that's joined. If you have any questions for Melissa, please ask them. She's a wealth of knowledge and she's always learning like the rest of us. So we love to share, and she does as well. So I had a question for you, sis. And my question is, or what I would like to know a little bit about your family, about your background. Like, do you get to sit at the computer all day and do all this, or do you have a family you have to take care of? Like, what's up?
Yeah, you know it. Yes. We are moms, we are caregivers. And so that is what I am. I've been a helper for forever. So I have 2 children. One is 23, and she is heading out of the house in about 2 weeks or so. She got her own apartment, and so mommy's heart is joyous yet breaking.
Yes.
Yeah, transitions, man, transitions. And then I have a 5-year-old son, Christian, who is a bundle of joy, and emphasis on the bundle and the joy. Yes. Whoa. Tease, wow. My husband Danny, we've been married, I think 13 years now.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes. And yeah, my mom, is here in the house, and my older brother. So we are here. So there's a lot of cooking that goes on here, a lot of playing. I don't have the Legos near me because I actually cleaned up my workspace. They're right over there. But y'all know, the blasters, these Legos are, a part of life. So, there's homeschooling, where since my son was speech delayed as of April of last year. He was not anymore.
Nice.
He just started exploding in language once we got shut down, during COVID-19. I don't know if there's a correlation. I don't know. But he just completely exploded with language. And so, we are still working through some other things, the comprehension and those parts, but he's coming along swimmingly. So
Great.
Swimmingly. Okay.
Swimmingly. And he watches a lot. Yeah, he watches like these British shows. So he has this little British accent, British American. Can't
Oh my God.
Love it.
Daddy, mommy, and then he'll transition because that's not who we are. So it's kind of mixed in there right now. But
it is who we are. What do you mean?
But I love it. I'm a history buff, and I used to read, historical romances over there in England, and westerns here. So I'm just like, okay, he is my son. I mean, he's got my genes.
I love it. Oh my God, you gotta let us hear him.
It's live here sometimes.
Oh my God.
So yes, it's difficult, building a business when you have constant things happening around you. And I think, COVID-19 has brought it home to a lot of people that no, it's not easy. But we do it. We are able to do it, and we are able to make it, and we're able to adjust and transition as necessary, and then start to, figure out, okay, how does this work for everyone, so that we all can continue to thrive. And so that's what we do, trying to be a team like Daddy's got him right now. I was like, y'all, that's it. Not out here. Go in there. So it's a partnership, and I'm thankful, for that.
Yeah, for sure. It's a partnership, like you said.
Speaking of this virtual world, I know you said you're pretty much corporate starting out. So how did that transition for virtual?
It's wow. Yeah. Thinking about that transition, makes me really thankful all over again, because as I think back on how it happened, I know that it really wasn't anything that I did. It was God who knew where he wanted to take me, where he wanted to bring me, and he placed a desire to be a business owner in my heart. Like I said earlier, from my pastor, he was like, Melissa, when I was on maternity leave with my son in 2015, 2016, I ended up leaving my job and deciding to stay home with him for a year. And during that year, my pastor said to me, you can do for yourself what you've done for executives and for, corporate America. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he initially, just said, do it for people like me, pastors and churches that can't afford a church clerk. You could do it from home. He really planted the work from home seed. And so I pondered it, thought about it, name dropped in my spirit. This was the only name I had for this business. And I started doing research. I was like, well, I don't know how to do a business plan. I don't know how to do anything. But then I started working at the college. And so being there, I decided to take advantage of, being able to take classes at a reduced rate. So I knew I wouldn't do a business plan and I wouldn't just say yes to this until I did it. So I took a small business class, did the business plan. My professor was very encouraging about it. I was already feeling, like this was something I was going to do. And then the following year, there was a course at the community college, Prince George's Community College. And I'm thankful for Monica and her virtual assistant business because she taught it. It was one day on a Saturday, and it was my gut check moment. It was actually in February. I think it was February like 14th or something, 2019. And it was my gut check, whether or not I was going to move forward or go back to a full-time corporate job. And when I went through that course, I knew I was going to do this. I knew it was for me. I wanted to stay home with my son. I wanted to teach him. I wanted to, him to have a holistic education. And so, and I wanted to be able to make money. So I said, I have customer service skills, I have writing, I have communication, I have business development, I have, financial literacy education experience, I have marketing. It was like all of the stuff that I had, of course I can turn it into something. So then I just did it. So yeah, it was a journey of some years. But I don't regret it. I don't look back and say, wow, I should have done this sooner. I think everything that we go through is for a reason. And so, all of that was teaching me and helping me to be a better person. I'm expecting to build this into an agency. You know what I mean? There are going to be people that depend on me, one, for their clients and other things, but it's going to be also that they depend on me to be a good person to them. And so being in corporate America, I've seen what not to do. I've had some very bad people over me. That hence, this wellness thing. So it is something that I look forward to show people that, you can be a great person. You can be a great supervisor, owner, because you don't have to be mean to people. You just don't, just do your work and go home. That's all we had asked for, there. But, there are just some seeds that are bad. And they just won't allow it. So having your own business is a tool for, in particular, Black women who are at home and need to get some extra money. So, we all want to be those conduits to be able to, be an avenue for others to jump on board and have something that's their own. You don't have to leave your job. You could do this on the side and just have that extra to send your child to, camp with no problem to, do other things. So, yeah, it just opens up a whole wealth of opportunities.
Can I ask a question, boss, Toya?
Yeah.
Okay, Melanie, I thought you brought up a good point when you talked about the corporate deal. And, some of us still work for corporations, some of us don't. But here's the thing. I think when you first come out of working from a corporate environment and just all that bleh, that you had to deal with, you're just so excited and so grateful. And it's just like, oh, I'm so glad to go
Wow.
to corporate. But like we have to acknowledge, I feel, that there's some awesome things that we learn working in those environments. So I would love to know what was some of the great things that were beneficial for you in your business that you learned from working in the corporate environment?
I think the skills that I do have, we do learn a lot in the corporate environment. We learn teamwork. We learn how to relate to other people, whether or not they're difficult or awesome. Different personalities mesh differently. So you start to learn how to work with different types of personalities, and then when you're a business owner, you learn which personalities you learn those, so you know which ones you don't want to work with, and you have that choice. You have that freedom of choice. That's really what I do, like about it, as well, is that we get to choose. And in corporate, you kind of don't in some cases. So you learn that you learn HR, that's another relator to people. You learn about those processes and things. And one thing I do miss, is those benefits. I can say I do miss those because those are very, very helpful when it comes down to it. So, there's some caveats here, some trade-offs that you got to make sometimes. But yeah, I think I learned a lot about people by working with people. And so, now we're in the virtual environment. It's still, you still have to think about that these are real people and they have real issues. We don't get to like talk around the water cooler or, ear hustle a conversation from the cubicle, next door or two over, because you can hear everything in there. So, it's something that, we have to keep in mind in the virtual environment, that we're not just dealing with a lot, but our clients are also dealing with a lot sometimes. So ear hustle. You know about the ear hustling.
Ear hustling.
Sometimes you don't even have to lean over. It's just there,
I think one of the things that helped me a lot with from coming from the corporate world to working for yourself was the discipline. Because working for corporate, you got to be there on time. You got to clock in this time. You got to go to lunch this time, break this time. I'm out at this time. And that's something that I still do. Well, at least I try to stay on that a little more, doing in my business, because I still need to show up for me. Just like I showed up for them all those many years, I need to show up for me too. I need to, get on co-working, by a certain time, make sure I'm at, meetings on time, make sure I stop for lunch on time, because those are the things that start getting away from you because you're working for yourself. So you're like, oh, I'll do that whenever. Oh, I'll do that whenever. And then whenever it starts to drift and now
absolutely. You can't let it drift. No, you can't let it drift. And you have to keep that level of professionalism. Because that's what your business depends on, is your professionalism, your integrity, your ability to get things done. That's what people are hiring us and contracting and partnering with us to do, is to help them gain more freedom. So that's what we do. So we can't let the things drift. We gotta pull them back in.
Pull them back in. We gotta pull them back in.
I think that's a good question. I think something that I learned was just really having customer service. Despite how I felt about what they were saying to me, just you treat people how you want to be treated. Even if they have a hard time getting the phone system, whatever. What you think of that about that, Toya? Toya Power. We learned some customer service.
Listen, customer service is a big thing. I still think about when I'm out and about, which is rarely, But when I am out and about and I encounter, I'm looking at their customer service. I'm judging you on your customer service. Yes, I am, because I've been in customer service and I know what it takes to give that good customer service, and it can go so much further, So I try to do good customer service myself so that it's reciprocated. But honey, customer service will make or break a business real quick.
It sure will. It sure will. And that's one thing I say to everybody, because I still, when we did go in the stores, I'd be putting, the stuff back on the hangers as I'm going through. I see it. I didn't do it, but I do it because I started out that way.
Mm-hmm.
I started out in retail. So, it is second nature to me to want things orderly and want things to be just so, because that, is what I started with. And so, yeah, customer service is key, man, key. And I love, sometimes I hear, Toya Glenn, I learn from you because you just have the right thing to say. And sometimes I have to turn around and breathe.
Okay.
She got it right there. It's like, okay.
Hold up. I thrive in this moment.
Can I do that, please?
Melissa, Toya Williams, did you hear what Melissa said about me?
Oh Lord.
I don't see the other part. Okay. That makes me feel better. You got to breathe too. You know what I mean? Breathe too. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if I don't experience good customer service from the parking lot, well, depending upon if they have people in the parking lot. If I don't get it at that front door, I don't even bother going in.
Yeah.
Because I used to be the first. Yeah, I used to be the first person you would meet when you come into the radio station. So I always felt like I set the tone. If you got off the elevator and you was mad and you came in and you met another mad person, and you're going to be mad when you go back behind that door. And I don't need you to be mad when you go back, because I don't know what you're going to do. So I need to make sure that you were in the right frame of mind. And people used to always tell me that all the time. Man, you just changed my mood.
Nice.
Good.
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't know, Miss Janet will have a smile on your face. I don't care how mad you are. When she comes in on co-work, good morning. It's all rainbows and glitter and doves flying around. It's all good. Once Janet get on, because she's a ray of sunshine all the time. She lights it up.
Yes.
You only got those few moments to be happy. You don't know when they're going to come back again.
Yes. That leads me to my question for Melissa. Melissa, as a business owner and your topic of your being coach for wellness, how do you avoid burnout?
Great question.
Really great question. Because if you asked me that about a year ago, yes, Mama George, first impression is a lot, means a lot, and goes a long way. It's crucial, and sometimes we mess up that first impression. Like Miss Janice said, it's over, it's done. She's not even going in. It's just turn around and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Avoiding burnout a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to tell you how. It was really like August of last year that I started to focus on my own wellness, because as moms, we give so much, as companions, as women, we give so much to so many other people that we don't take time for ourselves. And so God said to slow down and to take time and to listen and to hear, and then basically to be first and then do. Be who I've called you to be. Then you can do what I've called you to do. And so that's what I started to do. And at first I felt guilty, like, oh, I should be doing all this. Like, I have a boy, and let me tell you, he tears the place up on a regular. Like, and I want him to feel free. Yeah, he cleans it up when we tell him, but I want him to, not be constrained in his imagination. And so he builds, and I want to, continually encourage that. So there's stuff building everywhere. But, I said, you know what? It's not important. Spending time with him is important. Being present is important. So I make my schedule to be able to take naps, even if it's 20 minutes. I have certain days where I do things, and then there are certain days where I don't. I kind of listen to my body. And if I need to take a break, especially from social media, I'll take a break. I'll take a break from the news. CNN used to be my jam, last year, going through this pandemic. But, now I'm like, okay, I'll just check in every now and then.
I'm live, baby.
Not a whole lot as I did, previously. It's protecting myself, so that I can be, what do they call it? Your best self.
Best self
For,
productive.
your best self for, your family, for your clients, and then for the world at large, because, we touch people. And then people touch people, just like the conversation we just had. So, we have to make sure those touches are good touches. And we can't do that if we're burned out and if we have nothing to give. And so I refuse. I refuse.
I refuse.
Awesome. And I don't know, some of that good touches. I don't know what we're going to use that for, but good touches. Yes. Yes, that is good.
Impactful.
Impactful.
Good.
Yes. Hey, Hadir, thanks for joining us. Yes.
I am on
Our
these
virtual
maps
assistant
now.
y'all.
Yes.
And Hadir will be on the show in a few months.
Yes.
I checked her out this morning. She was live on her page, and I just happened to have my phone in my hand, and I was like, hey. So, yeah, it was really good.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
she goes live every Tuesday.
Nice. Fantastic. Fantastica.
All right. Well, anybody else got any more questions?
I have a question. How do you charge your work?
I don't.
That was a
I love the honesty. Yes.
And you know why? Because y'all, we are worth more than our rates.
Yay.
There is no rate that can come close to what we are worth.
Melissa,
listen.
So I
something.
charge what, starting out, and y'all know we wrestle with this, right? But it was one piece of advice that I was given, in her name is Susan Mershon, I believe. And as I was, trying to figure these things out, I believe it was her in a YouTube video, and she helps, other VAs and coaches them and has a ton of information. And I can't remember what the website is, but it's Mershon, Susan, I believe. And she said, make it so that you are uncomfortable. It should be in a place where you are uncomfortable. And at first it was a place where I was uncomfortable with, my rates, because, I didn't know who I was. I didn't appreciate my own gifts and talents and experience. So that has changed with mindset coaching. I know what I can do. I'm confident in what I do. And, so my clients pay for the experience, the knowledge, the extra knowledge, the extra miles that I go to make sure that they are getting accurate information or are communicating accurate information. The professionalism, the level of professionalism, the level of experience, over 20 years in the corporate environment, retail, business development, writing, financial literacy. I have this diverse background because this is how my brain works. I enjoy learning, and I enjoy, getting that information and then being able to give it to those who are in need. So we don't charge our worth because we are worth more than our rates, but we charge what we should for what we are able to give.
Very good.
That was great. That was great. And I can attest, I've been privileged enough to work on a project with Melissa. and her writing is impeccable. And I didn't even know. I just said, can you write these emails? And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I know I won't be writing anymore. So I appreciate it. I'm grateful to be able to partner with you and be privy of that expertise. Very grateful. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. I'm having fun because y'all know I have fun with y'all. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, yes.
Love you. We don't have a lot of time left, so I wanted to definitely share. You had an offer, Melissa. Is it okay to put it up on the screen, or what do you want me to do?
Which one? What we talking
The
about?
one that is for creative businesses, for Black creative businesses.
Yes. We can do it.
Okay.
You know, I do need to refine it a little more, but I do want it out there that if there are any Black creative businesses, my normal rate is $45 an hour. I am going to significantly reduce that for you, and there are only a few spots for this. So it is either for a service for the month of February, or it can be for a future service. But I have been given so much that I like to give back in periodic ways. And since I'm a creative virtual assistant, I'm tapping back into my creativity again. I want this to be the first of many that I'm able to do for other businesses, creative, and then maybe something else down the road. But for the month of February, yes, I do want to significantly reduce my services so that they can get something that they've been wanting done, or they couldn't, because if you're an artist, or you are work, you're trying to build up your business, you sometimes need that extra help, and you may not be able to afford that particular rate. So yes, contact me. I always love to give back in some way. So Distinctly Creative is what put the bug in my spirit, because she's doing something and she asked for ads. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something for the creative community as well. So
Distinctly Creative. Who owns that company?
Her name is Morgan, and she's actually Prince George's County, like I am. Okay. And I sponsored 2 creative businesses in December through her business, so that they could get business coaching with her. And, it was a $50 grant. And so they were able to get business development, get tips, and do one-on-one coaching with her so that they can propel their businesses forward. So I think that month in December, she gave away 3. So 2 of those were 2 that I sponsored. And so since she, had this offer to do any ads, I was like, you know what? I enjoy this community because it's giving me my life back. And so I want to give back. I
love it. Because I'm gonna be honest, anytime I hear a client or even one of us talk about discounting anything, I cringe. But I have to realize and remember that I love to give back too, and I absolutely will. And then universal law, when you reap what you sow, when you do good things for folks, it comes back. And I've been helped too. So
that's how I started out my business, was volunteering.
Yeah.
It was hey, do you guys need help? And they were like, yeah, we do. And then they hired me for this small thing. And then they hired me for something else. And then, continue it. And then I've gotten so many referrals from them, or from people that were attached to them. So I know, through my life, that as I have given, I have received much, much more. So yeah, I'm still learning business. I'm not an expert at it, but I know what I can give. And so I'm keeping it within those parameters. It's not going to be anything outrageous, and I'm still going to get paid,
Absolutely.
but they're going to get quality work at a reduced price just for this particular time, and it's something that I'd be happy, to do.
I have another graphic for you. It's just, I think it's your infographic, if that's what they're still called. I don't know.
Look at that picture.
I love that's a beautiful picture. Gorgeous.
Thank you. And that is Chris and Naku Mayo. Please, if I butchered your last name, y'all, I'm sorry. I just call them Mayo because they hooked the sister up here with these pictures. So Mayo to Media did these pictures, and they are an awesome husband and wife team, Chris and Naku. So yeah, here in the DMV area as well.
And I just remind you, Melissa has the credentials. She's been doing this work for 20 plus years. So I definitely recommend that you reach out. I think that's your IG at the bottom, admin.
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. Fantastic. And before we get out of here, there is an event that some of us are doing together. Who wants to talk about that?
I've been talking for forever, so when y'all can take it. Thank you.
Hi, Toya.
Yeah, go ahead, Toya.
Okay, pop up, sip and shop. It is a Galentine's Day virtual pop-up event that you do not want to miss. So this is I'm just learning about Galentine. So I'm gonna let Melissa tell us a little bit more about it. About Galentine, what that is. Everybody doesn't know.
All right. So Galentine's is just a celebration of girlfriends. So, we love our girlfriends and we love, getting together with our girlfriends. And since we can't, gather as we normally do, and maybe you have a little gathering at your house, but you can still log on and shop our wonderful vendors at this Galentine's Day sip and shop. So have a little sip and shop. Have your credit cards, Cash App or whatever our vendors require. We will let you know that after you register and before the day of the pop-up.
And if you are looking to be a vendor at this event, we are looking for vendors in the beauty, fashion, jewelry, all those type of businesses. So we're looking for, the outfits, the shoes, the purses, the earrings, the makeup, the hair. We're looking for all things.
Everything.
Yes.
Girly, because we just girls.
Yes. So,
run the world.
Yes, we do run the world. Yes, we do. So yeah, that's what we are looking for. If you're wanting to be a vendor, it's only $25. Please register early because we are not taking but so many in each category. So if you are wanting your prime spot, please go ahead and register.
All right. So one of y'all put the registration link in the comments when you get a chance. That would be great. That would be great. Yes.
All right. Well, guys,
wait a minute. We have something else.
Okay.
Janet's gonna read our
Oh, yes.
Black History Month.
Oh, yay!
Woo!
Augustus Jackson was born in Philadelphia in 1808 and eventually became one of the wealthiest African American men in Philadelphia. Jackson was working as a White House chief when the U.S. Capitol was in Philadelphia. He was also running his very own catering business, where he began experimenting with ice cream flavor recipes. His creativity resulted in him inventing new ice cream recipes and improved method of manufacturing ice cream. Don't you enjoy ice cream? At the age of 24 years, he was one of 5 ice cream confectioners. That's what they're called, confectioners. Oh, my stomach is confectioning for some rum and raisins. Okay, anyway, confectioners in the city of brotherly love. Jackson also had a catering business and packaged his unique ice cream flavors in cans and sold them to ice cream parlors. They made him extremely successful and popular in a short amount of time. especially in the hot heat. Although Jackson was not credited for inventing ice cream
Mm.
and did not file for any patents, he is first to make it phenomena it is today in our culture and considered the father of ice cream. Unfortunately, he died in a suspected train wreck in 1852 at the age of 43. Ice cream has since become one of the world's most loved desserts. Our
Yes.
Black History Month fact. Doggone. I'm gonna go eat some ice cream right now.
That's awesome to know. I didn't
Yeah.
know
He
that.
didn't get his patent. He didn't get really his credit, but
And the
he
fact that he
do.
packaged it
Yes.
to sell, and that's what we do today. We get it today, package. I love that. Thank you. I'm the first Black History Month guest. Hey!
Yay! And before we forget, we do have thanks to Toya, we have another giveaway this month. Last month it was $20. Who won? Who won? Nelly was the winner.
What she did.
Yes. So that is the link, and we will put the link in the comments as well. And you can be the winner of a $20 Amazon gift card. Just
So
buy.
if you missed it, I'm
If you
so
missed
sorry you missed it, but we're doing it again. Let's go.
And it's in the comments now. Yes, yes, yes. All right.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much.
Wait a minute. I have one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
You guys, our conference is now virtual.
Yes. Conference.
So you can now attend. It doesn't matter where you are. June the 5th, just join us virtually for the VA World Conference. Tickets are on sale now. You go to the website, which is vaworldconference.com.
And we'll have
VA World Conference. Yes, we are excited.
yes, yes, yes. And so, as far as why did we decide to do virtual abruptly? What happened, ladies? What happened?
The hotel was only going to allow us 10% occupancy, which was 15 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah,
It wasn't going to work.
was not going to work when we expected 100.
Right. And we wanted to make sure that you got exactly what we envisioned this to be for you. So going virtual was our fallback anyway. We were going to go virtual if anything happened, COVID wise, since things were unstable. So we decided, let's just go ahead. Let's just flip it over, go the way that we know, because we are virtual assistants. So this is our realm of comfort.
Exactly. That means we're going to be bigger and better. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So be on the lookout. We're going to, of course, be giving you all that information, and
We're going to have the speakers on.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have the speakers on as guests at the end of March. Beginning of March, one of them.
Excellent.
All right. Is it okay?
It's okay.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and meet us right back here every Tuesday.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.